So again, my apologies. Comcast has been down since 9 in Davis. They tell us they'll be up and running at 5 by 5. But I am fortunately on a backup system that uses Verizon Wireless to throw my data to Comcast up in the somewhere. And so at least I can limp along, but can't handle VMware at all, so I can't show you AutoCAD. I'll be back up and running with AutoCAD on this machine shortly. But for today, I do have a version of Revit that works, and I want to just show you a little bit about Revit and how it works and some of the power of it. Okay. As a matter of fact, let me just show you right now this one. So this has been gamified. There's a Weld Shop, as you can see. But if I go into the 3D view of this, or even 3D view number 1, you can see that I've been able to create a Weld Shop in about an hour. And this renders into virtual reality, and we've already made a game out of it to show how this works. So it's kind of cool. We can get some stuff going with it. But that was an aside. So I'm going to open a model, and a model is just a drawing with a ton of stuff in it. There it is, architectural model. And this is an old version. It's okay. It's going to update itself. And yes, I am recording. So I was asked, am I recording? And the answer is yes. And you'll see this is kind of empty. There's nothing really here. There's a floor plan. Oh, well, there's kind of a floor plan. I'm going to get rid of these things just because they're left over from another project. There you go. So it's really just kind of an empty file. Okay, but if you look at that, you could sort of imagine I could build a building on that where the entryway is over here, maybe a little area for clients to meet. Maybe it's a dentist shop or a lawyer's office or a massage therapy room or a tutoring school, or this could be anything. It could be an engineer's office. Maybe that's a bathroom. That would be a cool place for a bathroom. Maybe even a door over here. So I see this and I go, okay, I got some basic stuff. How do I make a building? Well, first I see that Revit has these things. These are views of the model. And the model doesn't really exist yet. But I can look at it as a floor plan, a roof plan, a site plan, bird's eye view, 3D view, elevations, and I can even create sheets. So this is why they call it a project. Everything is in here. And you won't believe it, but that everything includes, like, what are the walls made of? What kind of paint is on the wall? How well does that paint reflect light? How well does energy get in and out? So from such a complex program, we have to find a simple way of operating. And I think they've done a pretty good job. So what they've made simple is that they've got certain things that an architect does, and they've listed them up here at the top. They make walls, they put in doors, they put in windows, they design roofs and floors and rooms. So they do these things. And structural people do certain things. And the steel people do certain things. And the mechanical and electrical and plumbing people do certain things. So they've got it set up so that on one side, people can view whatever they want. And along the top, they can be whatever they want. And this last little part is called the properties, which means that when I click on something, I can find out everything about it. So that's what Revit is like. Now, I'm just going to do this cool little demo. I do this with the high school students, and it takes just a few minutes to make the essence of a basic building design. So I'm going to be Mr. Architect. Even though I'm not, I'm going to pretend I'm one. And I'm going to make a wall, click, and look, it even lets me pick a whole bunch of kind of walls. So I think I'm going to do, I always do them a little different. I'm going to do a brick exterior on metal studs. That's going to be my wall. And my height of my wall, it says it's 8 feet. I can make it whatever I want, but that's about what most walls are. So I think I'll be okay. 8-foot wall. And I'm just going to go click, 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 click. There. Oh, it made it. Now notice how it put everything on the inside of the wall of the thing. I can actually set that. If I wanted the inside of my building to be along that line, I could have done it. If I wanted the middle, I could have done it. So there's lots of things that you can do. But now let's go take a 3D view of this and see. Why is it not there? There it is. I don't know why I'm not showing up here. But there it is. That's what I just made. Oh, isn't that cool? And that's exactly what I was thinking of. That's groovy. Let me go back to my floor plan now and put a different kind of wall on the inside, right? That's going to have a different kind of wall. That will also have a wall, but it'll be probably a partition. I'll make it interior partition. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, look, now it's starting to look like a building. Isn't that so cool? Now, I think it's time for me to pretend that I'm an architect and put in doors. Now, I got kind of clunky doors here. That's sort of like an indoor door. So I can put a door. I better make it ADA compliant. Put a door there. And look, it doesn't go the way I want it to, but it lets me click on it. Why isn't it letting me click on it? There we go. There. I think I want that one to go the other way. And I think I want that one to go the other way. Nope, not that way, the other way. That way. There we go. Now, I noticed I didn't have the kind of door that I wanted, but we do have libraries. And those of you who have had Design 300, oh my gosh, everything in the world is in Revit now. So I'm going to go to my library and find doors. Residential or commercial. I'll do a commercial door. There. That's what I want. That might be a little big. I'll do a single. There. That's kind of a door. Now look, that would be correct for a residence. If this becomes a commercial building, what has to happen to those doors? Anybody know? For reasons of fire, external doors must open outward. It's a requirement. Okay, let's see what it looks like now. I'm getting doors. What comes after doors? Windows. And I'll put in these clunky kind of goofwad windows. 36. No. From 3 foot 36 wide by 48 tall. And I get to choose whether the casement is to the inside or the outside. So I'll put it 4 feet away and I'll put it to the inside. And see, I got it wrong. So I might have to click on it and type the right number. Oh, that is so cool. And I'll put a couple more in just for fun. Lots of light there. I'll put lots of light here, south side. Sorry, east. And I'll just put some tiny ones up here. I absolutely have to have one for the bathroom. And maybe I'll put a couple along here. Just there. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, those are totally tall. That looks really cool, but this one can't be. There. Cool. Okay. So I got a building. That's cool. But that's just the start. Now I need a roof, right? Well, first, maybe I even need a floor. It says the roof comes next. So I'll do the roof and I'll make it by the footprint of this thing. Yeah, I want to put it on the roof plan view. 2 foot overhang. And will have a slope. And let's put that one like that. But this one, I'm going to change that. I'm going to make this one the main way covered and this one like that. And then those slopes, I want All of those is slope. See I highlighted those and it tells me everything about it. I want it to be 6 on 12. Click. And yeah, let's make these walls hook up. Not sure why I'm not seeing my roof plan. There it is. Isn't that cool? So I've got a building. No, it's not. No, it's not. The roof is exactly right. It's a 6 on 12. That's what I asked it to be. Did you want it to be a 4 on 12? You can go 9 on 12. Why is that roof too big? Oh, what you mean to say is I would like to see the roof at a lower. So you made a statement that the roof was too big. And that's incorrect. That roof is exactly like it was designed to be. What you'd like to say is I'd rather see a roof at 4 on 12. Oh, we can do that. I don't know why my roof plan is not showing up. And I don't know why my 3D view is off either. These ones are looking good. But there's my, because I was looking at reflected ceiling. There's my roof plan. It's exactly right. But if you want to change it, you can. So you like a 4 on 12. So I'm cool if you like it that way. There you go. 4 on 12. Now there's one more thing that's missing, and that's a floor. And this is a generic 12-inch floor. We don't need 12 inches. I'll do a 3-inch. There we go. And now I even have a floor. Wow. All of that happened in less than 27 minutes. That is pretty cool. And when I do go to my floor plan and want to put annotations on, they do work. I can put them on and I can make this go to the inside or the outside. Isn't that cool? Another cool thing that I'm able to do from this is anybody remember how many of which window I put on there? I don't either, but I can find out very quickly with what's called a schedule. And I'll come find a window schedule and I'll ask it for how many of each type of window and what the head height is for each of those. And look, I've got them all. And then I can even sort them There we go. So now I can put that on a page too. So I can look at my schedules, and isn't this the coolest stuff you've ever seen? I've got one fixed window that's 16 by 24, with a head height of 3 feet. I got that one in the wrong spot. I got three 16 by 72s at 7, and I got six 36 by 48s. So that thing should have a base offset of 5 feet. Well, it doesn't want to come out right now, but there we go. Now we got it in place, right? And I just changed that, right? So let's go look and see if it caught the change for me. It did. It made the change for me. This is the power of Revit. Everything's in the model. The window people can get their information. The door people can get theirs. The wall people can get theirs. The roofing people can get theirs. Everything just sort of pops up for you. And there we go. That is the basics of Revit. Does anybody have a question on that yet? Okay, so that's yeah, that's good for you, and you get to do whatever you want outside of class. But in class, I'll be asking to see exactly what I want, because then I know you have the skill that I want. Does that make sense? Okay. But yeah, you can do all sorts of walls. You can do curved walls. You can do curved tops on flat walls. Let's see if I can do a curved wall. I'm not an architect, so sometimes the curved walls, wall by face. Okay, so to do a curved wall, you first have to make a curved face, and then you have to put the curved thing in there. Or let me do this. Let me make a model line. Why did that not show? I don't know why those aren't. I must have something locked in here. But you can make a curve and then make a wall out of it. So that is possible. But that's very nice that you have great designs. Until you've been sitting there designing somebody else's stuff for 20 years, you may or may not get to do your own designs. Why would anybody ask you for your design? That's one of the problems. However, in your own spare time, for your own enjoyment, and to increase your skills, that's an awesome thing to do. I'm always making my own designs for me, but then it doesn't count for work. Darn. So right now I'm 3D printing some skull flower pots for the Day of the Dead. And it's kind of fun, but it's just for me. Oh well. Okay, that was a good question. Any other good questions? Oh, yeah. So Eric is saying it's kind of missing a column over here, right? So let me see if I know how to put in a column. Structure, column. Well, I'm not very good with columns, is what the problem is. Let me just put in a vertical column right here. It's going to be a steel column. And it doesn't show. So see there now we get into columns, columns, columns. It says it'll show. Oh, it's at minus 9 feet. That's why. 0. There we go. And there's that arc I was trying to see. So now I've got a column there. It's just kind of a structural steel column, but what the heck? Cool. I can maybe move that a little bit. How's that look, Eric? A little bit? It shouldn't be structural steel, but I don't know. I'm not seeing columns. Oh, there's columns. Architectural columns. I could have put in a rectangular column. These are big. I'll stay with that one for right now. So there we go. And that will be, now I see the column. There you go. And I probably need a concrete pad over here, don't I? So let me put in, I'll put in an extra floor of 12-inch concrete. And let's see how that looks. Now I've got that there too. So you see how this works? You put in components that are called something, and there's tons of information about it, and then you can see them or not see them and set your views and count them and not count them. I could put a rail along here too if I wanted to. I could put a ramp over here if I needed a ramp to the a driveway or something like that. Let me see if I can put in a rail. Railing. Well, maybe that did it. Hey, now I got a railing on there. Isn't that cool? So lots of neat stuff that we're able to do in Revit, and it's modeling by construction versus constructing by a drawing. Yeah, there you go. That sounds cool. So, Jake, do you know about ADA compliance yet? Yeah. Yeah. So, where do I need to put a ramp here? This is a 12-inch drop. This is a 12-inch drop. Where do I need to put a ramp? Where is over here? Tell me north, south, east, west by something on the south. Oh, like over, like where I am here? Like, okay. I tell you what, why don't you share? I'll stop presenting. Oh, well, I can't because. So I tell you where I'm going to put one. I'm going to put a ramp. Well, first, I'm going to put another pad, another floor right here. And I'm going to put a ramp. Watch this. I'm going to put a ramp going this way. Yeah, just a sec, Alejandro. Oh, cool. Okay. My internet is back. Okay, and it's going to go from a base offset maybe of -6 inches up to floor plan +6 inches. Actually, it's going to go to floor plan 0. -1 foot. I'm setting my elevations. Okay, let's see what that looks like now. I think it's going the wrong way, don't you? Oh, no, it's going the right way. Look at that. Look at that. Like right here. Why would that be? What do I need to put there? Yeah, what needs to go there? Not a step, a landing. Let's see if I got my elevations right here. Nope, I got that. There we go. Oh, but now what has to happen? This rail needs to come all the way over to here, right? So it's like whenever you get something going, it kind of changes around a little bit. Got my scale messed up in there, but that's okay. Cool. That's looking pretty good. Floor plan. Now this thing needs to come a little bit farther, doesn't it? And then I think I need another one right along there. So you see how this, by visualizing as you go, you really get some good work. Let's see. There we go. Oh, I messed that one up. I moved it instead of lengthened it. Oh, let's see. There we go. And then, of course, I have to do something on the other side and all sorts of stuff. But see how this is, yes, you can. So Eric asks, can you landscape? Yes, you can. You need a better library than we've got. And if that's of interest to you in the, um, we have a pretty good library actually. But if that's of interest to you in the optional portions, you can choose to do that. And I've got a site for you with this building on it, and you can landscape it as a commercial renovation. So it'll need a swale, it'll need some trees, it'll need some hardscape, tons of stuff. Now, it's so complex to work with that it's not like Dynascape where you just click, click, click. But it really works. Oh, and I can render this too. Let's see, where's my render button? It's not going to render very well because I don't have anything set. But it's not a bad little tool. It's not a bad tool. And really, the good part about this for your land is rendering. It's not too bad. You know, I don't have a good roof material, and my railings are kind of crummy material. And, you know, but it doesn't do too bad. And I can do, so the long answer is yes, you can. Let me go ahead and just do a little bit. Let me do. So there we've got a pretty hokey landscape, but I'll make a new camera view of this. And let's go ahead and render that just for. I picked some sort of weird ginormous tree, I think, instead of picking a better tree. So what do you think about that? No, not very good for solar. Not at all. Um, Although it would probably keep the place fairly cool. Wouldn't be too bad for the cool aspect of the shade. But that's not too bad, right? Pretty quick, and it gives a nice thing. So it's a matter of finding enough of these. Um, well, so the TV shows use similar programs to this, and they go into something called, I think, Unreal Engine is the most common one. Unity is used, but Unreal Engine has phenomenal design plugins um, for these types of things, and so does SketchUp. So, as an example, um, some of the shows will use Revit plus Unreal Engine. Some will use SketchUp. Some will use chief architect. But yeah, a lot of this, computer generated graphics or images is really done this way. I mean, look, we've spent about a little over half an hour, and now we've got this. It's pretty cool. It really, really is. You can do energy analysis from this. You can do structural analysis. You can do your plumbing in here. You can do your electrical. You can do your HVAC. So this is a real design tool. Now, this is for Jake, for you, the conceptual work. This is a highly technical tool, and it's really hard to work with for just getting cool ideas onto your piece of paper. Okay? So for that, you're going to want to use SketchUp or I mean, you can use this, but not at an early level. A lot of people use SketchUp. A lot of people use AutoCAD. A lot of people use Chief Architect or one of the just basic architectural drawing programs. I actually use, if I want to just kind of get a real quick check of what a place will look like, I use SketchUp. It's just so quick and easy. It's a really crummy model. You can't do anything with it, but you can do cool stuff. Yeah, yeah. What you did in a whole quarter, we just did in 30 minutes. So now I've done jobs long ago that took me weeks and weeks and weeks that I teach you guys and you do it in 1 or 2 sessions. So yeah, that's the way it goes. But isn't this cool? So you've got good stuff. We can drop this directly into a game engine and we could be walking around on that. So we've done that with the Weld Shop. The Weld Shop game is up and running. We've done that with the drone game. We've done it with the moon rover. So we know that this works very well, and there is work in industry for people who want to learn to get good at this. Cool. All right. Any questions or comments before we log off? This was just to show you and pique your interest a little bit. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording.